A new page was turned in the history of Nigeria on the 29th of May 2023 with the inauguration of a new president, vice president, and state governors where elections were held. In ceremonies that took place in the Federal Capital Territory, FCT Abuja, and some state capitals, the public was enthralled at the starting point of these various administrations. That's our focus on Special Report. The new governor of Abia State, Dr. Alex Oti, promised to commence the payment of May 2023 salaries and pensions to all civil servants and retirees in the state in the next few days from that announcement.
Having laid the foregoing foundation, it gives me great pleasure to announce that within the next few days, we shall commence the payment of May 2023 salaries and pensions. There shall be no distinction between the so-called core and no-core civil servants. This is a disingenuous expression that was used to hide the wicked habit of owing salaries. Whether you are a teacher in a primary or secondary institution owned by the state, a staff of the public health establishments, local government, or you work in the judiciary, you shall, beginning from this May, earn your legitimate entitlements as and when due. From June 2023, all salary and pension obligations of the state will be settled by the 28th of every month. My major responsibility will be to ensure that the citizens and residents of Abia State, who have finally been freed from their bondage, will continue to breathe freely. And go about their daily pursuit of good quality life. It will be my duty to bring them out of pitch darkness into the bright sunlight that they deserve. It will be my duty to show them that there is more to life than the poverty, hunger, ignorance, disease, insecurity, and potholes that all these years have become their daily realities.
In Oyo State, it was a colorful ceremony as expected for the inauguration. Party members turned up at the Obafemi Awolowo Stadium in different attire selected for the occasion. The monarchy across the state were also represented. The military showed their support and respect with an impressive display, the heavy downpour notwithstanding. Governor Seyi Makinde took the oath of office and reassured residents of the state that the next 4 years will have lots of development and prosperity.
The authority vested in me as governor,
so as not to impede or prejudice the authority, lawfully vested in the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. That I will not allow my personal interests. To influence my...
In his first assignment during his inaugural speech in office was the appointment of his Chief of Staff and Chief Press Secretary.
In the next 4 years, we shall not rest on our oars. We will continue to give the security agencies in the state the support they need to more effectively and efficiently carry out their duties and responsibilities. We will further strengthen the state security architecture by training and retraining Oyo Amotekun Corps members to be involved in intelligence gathering at the local level. At the federal level, we will continue to push for reforms that will strengthen local policing and ensure that our people continue to sleep with their eyes closed. We are upgrading to Economy 2.0. Under our meeting to 1.0, we focus on stimulating economic growth through agribusiness and infrastructure development. With the accelerated investment in these sectors, we moved our economy from 2.7 trillion naira in 2019 to 4.05 trillion naira as of Q3 2022 without increasing taxes. We also increased our internally generated revenue, IGR, by over 90% in the same period. We attracted $65 million in foreign direct investments and $126 million in agribusiness from development partners blended finance. Our vision is to further grow our economy by building on the gains in agribusiness. Additionally, we plan to bring in investment in solid minerals, sustainable energy, and tourism. We're already working towards achieving this goal. Just 10 days ago, we were in London to woo investors at the Oyo State International Business Summit 2023. This sets the tone for activities we will carry out in the next 4 years. We will continue to be bullish about getting local and foreign direct investment into the state as we focus on youth development and creating employment opportunities for 60% of our population that form an energetic workforce.
A cross-section of guests expressed their optimism that Oyo State will improve in all critical sectors.
What our people should expect is nothing but the best. In the area of infrastructure, they should continue to expect reduction in the deficit for agriculture, self-sustaining programs where we can feed ourselves. Education, where no child is left out, all our children back to school, and all our schools in good shape. In the area of healthcare, have the world-class health institutions to protect our citizens. It's not going to get any less, it's going to get better as we go on into this new government.
Well, the assignment of His Excellency is well cut out for him. He has so many ongoing projects. He's done very well. So he can't afford to falter. Just needs to write his name in gold. He's done very well.
Governor Seyi Makinde is the 5th executive governor of Oyo State since 1999 and the second to get a second term in office after he succeeded his predecessor, who was the first to occupy the seat for 2 terms. In Taraba State, former Director General of NIMASA, Colonel Agbu Kefas, has been sworn in as the 4th civilian governor of Taraba State.
Lieutenant Colonel Dr. Agbu Kefas retired.
Lieutenant Colonel Dr. Agbu Kefas retired.
Do solemnly swear.
Do solemnly swear.
That I will be faithful.
That I will be faithful.
And bear true allegiance.
The former governor, Darius Ishaku, mounts the podium with high expectations from the residents to hear his parting words, but he declined to deliver his speech, rather handed over the instruments of power and left. According to the new governor, security for all, education, entrepreneurship, employment, youth and women empowerment, healthcare delivery, as well as operating an all-inclusive government will be his focal points.
While working towards the future with confidence and hope. Today, we begin a new chapter. One of the major challenges that has bedeviled us in this state is insecurity. A dominant objective of this government is to maintain security and protect citizens from internal and external forces. Security provides an enabling platform for the equitable distribution of resources and just living conditions for our people. We need safety and security to pursue our legitimate aspirations and goals. Without security, democracy itself and the way of life it enables are undermined. To ensure security, it is paramount that we work closely with local and federal security agencies who will engage relevant stakeholders, civil society organizations, community leaders, and security experts to bring about security for all through the review of the entire security architecture of the state. I intend to make history by securing a better future for generations to come, by building a Taraba that all of us will be proud to call our home. Therefore, we need to stay united, focused, and determined.
The event, which was witnessed by former and serving military officers, included retired General T.Y. Danjuma, and saw the former state governor depart with no parting words to residents. This is the fourth civilian transition in Taraba State since its creation in 1991. Pastor Omar Bassi Eno was sworn in as the fifth elected governor of Akwa Ibom State by Chief Judge of Akwa Ibom State, Justice Ekaite Obot, at the Godswill Akpabio International Stadium, Uyo, the state capital. In his inaugural speech, Pastor Eno promised to run an all-inclusive government. He calls on all the indigenes of the state to join hands with him to work for the development of Akwa Ibom State.
I therefore dedicate this day to the Almighty God and to you, the people of Akwa Ibom State, who in spite of the welter of falsehoods, of manufactured lies, vile and morally objectionable propaganda woven about me and my capacity to serve as your governor, you choose the truth over lies and decided to arise with our vision. To my political father, I know that you will always avail us anytime we knock on your door for your wise counsel. You have said many times that after today, you will walk away from governance. Your Excellency, no good father gives birth to a baby and abandon the baby. I don't want to be an orphan, and so please don't walk away. We will still need your wise counsel, and we will still need your assistance and your guardians.
He also promised to create an enabling environment for wealth creation and investment to thrive, calling on all Akwa Ibom people to join his administration to build the state in spite of their political leanings, assuring that the civil service, agriculture, blue economy, security, education, and infrastructural development will be given priority under his watch.
My dear Akwa Ibom people, as I accept this onerous task to open another chapter of the glittering and continuous story of our growth, development, and peace, unity of our dear state and our people, I want you to be inspired by my story. To those of you who may be struggling to put food on the table, if I overcame, you too can. And I tell you, it is possible that God can bring us out of our dungeon in the true Dakada spirit. My administration will work hard to produce more of Hildas, more of Enoebong, and more of Udoka from this great state. Akwa Ibom can rise to the fate of our greatness, and we will encourage every creative Akwa Ibomite who will create the enabling environment for our youth to thrive. We will encourage us to grow businesses, to become entrepreneurs, as I have been. As we begin this government, we will invite all Akwa Ibomites to arise to the faith of greatness with our Rise agenda, from investment in agriculture, healthcare delivery services, education. We will ensure, and then to ensure that we continue changing the narratives of our state, and we will continue to support our state civil servants. We will ensure that their welfare becomes paramount, and will continue to build on the successes of the Dikinudom Gabriel Emmanuel's administration.
Inauguration Day has finally come around, and most state capitals across the northern part of the country are a beehive of activity. Governor Caleb Mutwang of Plateau State is assuring citizens that in spite of the numerous challenges confronting the state, no stone will be left unturned in addressing those issues.
Governor-elect Plateau State, Barrister Caleb. Let me welcome Honorable Hassan Yusuf Musa.
He implied this in his inaugural speech after his swearing in as Plateau State Governor, observing that the challenges which require urgent attention will be the priority for the new administration. To Bauchi State, where Governor Bala Mohammed has declared a state of emergency on education and agriculture. He's also lifted the embargo on employment in the state. These are some of the highlights of his inaugural speech as he's been sworn into office alongside the new Deputy Governor, Honorable Awal Jato, for a second term in office.
In sectoral terms, we should not only prioritize education and agriculture as critical areas with inestimable value chain that will impact on our plans, but I will also hereby declare an emergency in these two sectors. They will rank only with staff salaries and security as first-line charges, critical to the survival and future of our people. We will never do anything to jeopardize the need of our workers, our teachers, in terms of our salaries and wages. We must pay that first before we do any capital project.
The acting PDP National Chairman, Mr. Omar Damagan, was amongst dignitaries who graced the occasion, which took place at the Abubakar Tafawa Balewa Stadium in Bauchi. To Enugu State, where there's a mammoth crowd, party members, friends and family and supporters for the inauguration of the Enugu State Governor, Mr. Peter Mba, who arrives at the Michael Okpara Square for his inauguration as the fourth governor of Enugu State since 1999. He proceeds to take the oath of office alongside his deputy, Ifeanyi Osai, promising to be equitable, just and fair to all and sundry.
Do solemnly swear that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the Federal Republic of Nigeria, that as the governor of Enugu State, I will discharge my duties to the best of my ability, faithfully in accordance with the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and the law.
And thereafter delivers his inaugural speech.
We will serve you with every fiber of our being and devote all our energy and your resources to working for you and your interest. Our driving force and governance philosophy will be always based on transcendental values. We will invoke the spirit of enterprise, the creative energy of our people, and the remarkable industry on the streets of Enugu State to create the difference in governance. We will pursue an economic growth that is unrivaled on this part of the country. We will tap into the limitless resources of the private sector to provide world-class infrastructure and productivity sector growth. We will retool and re-energize our agriculture and agro-allied sector. We will unlock our rural economy through the implementation of special economic zone and special agro-allied processing zones. The commerce and industry sector will help kickstart this drive. We also plan to provide a 100 billion revolving fund for our SMEs in partnership with private sector and other developmental financial institutions.
Hundreds defy the rain to gather at the Yakubu Gowon Stadium in Port Harcourt, Rivers State, to witness the birth of a new era in the administration of the state. Governor Nyesom Wike, with long-standing political history and experience, is in a bid to hand over, after 8 years, to his successor, Siminalayi Fubara, a civil servant and financial administrator.
1 million times 2 million is equal to what? A milli.
The arena is agog with activity as Governor Wike arrives with his wife and immediately takes the salute and performs the lap of honor. Then the high point of the ceremony, beginning with the swearing-in of the Deputy Governor-elect, Professor Ngozi Odu, by the Chief Judge of Rivers State, Justice Simeon Amadi.
As Deputy Governor of Rivers State, except as may be required for the due discharge of my duties as Deputy Governor, so help me God.
The oath of office is then administered at about 12 p.m. to usher in Governor Siminalayi Fubara, the immediate past Accountant General of the state, as the 17th Governor of Rivers State.
For the due discharge of my duties
As Governor. And that I will devote myself. To the service. And well-being of the people of Nigeria. So help me God.
The symbolic handing over takes place.
Ladies and gentlemen, to the glory of God, I hand over the flag of the state and the handover notes to the new governor of Rivers State. Thank you and God bless you.
Former governor departs the arena just after the exercise. Delivering his inaugural address, the new governor promises to be the governor of all and pledges to improve security and economy, build more infrastructure, and raise the welfare of civil servants.
We have accepted the baton to continue the race. We will provide strong, determined, focused, purposeful, and responsible leadership. Though enormous, we assure you we are equal to the task and the responsibility ahead. We must work harmoniously to strengthen the administrative, legal, policy structure, system, institutions to develop tangible, life-changing results for our people and accelerate development in our state. There is no other choice but to do that.
He thereafter takes his first official salute and inspects the guard of honor to mark the end of the ceremony. With a successful transition of power, Rivers State people expect the new governor to immediately hit the ground running. With his consolidation of the new Rivers vision, Siminalayi Fubara is the first civil servant and first from the Rivers Southeast Senatorial District to become governor in the 56-year history of the state. He also holds the record as the first from the riverine areas of the state to become governor since 1999. Many will be keeping a keen eye on the performances of these elected public office holders, with expectations from Nigerians of an even spread of the dividends of democracy. For Special Report, I'm Olumide Mokoli.